talk about a little fighter of the night. Why don't we? And AJ, man, if you do not mind, start us off. Who is your fighter of the night? Who had the most impressive story / performance / everything combined all into one that encapsulates the title of fighter of the night for you at UFC Fight Night 196 / the Tough 29 finale? Give me your take, boss.
Man, my fighter of the night this week is Ricky Turcios. Homeboy is an absolute dog. I was talking about it in the pre-show. We're going to talk about it later on when we get to his fight. But him and Brady Hiestand had an absolute war. I honestly had him losing the first and second, but the more Homeboy gets hit, the harder he likes to hit back, and his dog comes out to play, bro. This is not only is he a hell of a fighter and a hell of a warrior and has that warrior spirit, but he's a hell of an entertainer. Homeboy's a wild man, and I'm excited. I picked Ricky Turcios as my fighter of the night because we're going to be seeing him down the road, growing and growing and growing, and he's going to be the face of the UFC if he keeps on this winning streak. He has a personality for it. He has the drive. He has the talent. Homeboy, like I said, he's an absolute dog in the cage, and it's what we love to see, especially in this entertainment era that the UFC kind of seems to be going into. Not only can Homeboy fight, but he can bark the big game too. Man, Ricky Turcios, you got to watch out for him on the come up. He's my fighter of the night. It's all good things for Ricky Turcios coming in the future, especially if he keeps on the dub streak. Who's your fighter of the night, Derek?
All right, man. I will say that it was a very impressive pick for it, man. It's almost no other choice because of the storyline behind it, because the man made the most of his opportunity, cut the biggest promo you could cut, man. Sang karaoke in the post-fight presser. Beauty to see, man. But my fighter of the night for this weekend's fights is GM3, man. GERALD MEERSCHAERT III. And the reason why he is my fighter of the night is because, first and foremost, the man was more or less written off after he got the Khamzat Chimaev treatment, right? You're this dude, you're this submission guy, this UFC veteran, got almost 50 career fights. He went in there against Khamzat and got stiffed with one punch, let the MMA community down, let all the veterans down, came back, got a win against Fabinski, you know who I'm talking about, got the big win, got back on track, and then here we go, they set him up with another killer, a man who was on a 14-fight win streak in Mahmoud Muradov, a man who is a former kickboxer, champion kickboxer, right? So what does the man do? He says, hey, man, I'm a kickboxing black belt out of Rufus Sport, right? I train under Duke Rufus. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy. Most of my wins are by submission, but maybe I could strike with the man a little bit. Not only did he nearly outstrike Mahmoud Muradov, but the man says, listen, he's much younger, he's much faster, much more spry, but I'm much more intelligent and I'm much more experienced. So what am I going to do? I'm going to play his game until I can get him down, get the choke in, feel him, make him weak, and then get him out of there. Biggest underdog over there of the night. And when he wins with humility, man. He wins, he comes in, he says, yeah, man, it was a fight. He was tough, he was young, he was spry, but this is what I came here to do. And he did all of that valiant effort by also sitting there and locking up the most submission wins in middleweight history with 7, and he's coming for the UFC record. To me, the storyline intertwines with the performance at a peak that is oh so beautiful because the man is in his mid-30s. He's more or less written off. People do not think of GM3 as a big name who is in title contention in the 185-pound division. Nonetheless, he shows up every single night. He even said it himself in the post-fight presser. He says he thinks he only has about 2 UFC fights out of all of his UFC fights where he hasn't been an underdog. So the more he's the underdog, the more he appreciates it and the more he wants to shut people up. And he does it with his performance and not with his mouth like us. So that's why he is my fighter of the night. Come on, let's go. You know what I'm saying? So folks, if you like the fighter of the night segment, drop a like, subscribe, and drop a comment and let us know.